What consumer electronics and video game company was founded in 1889 and originally produced playing cards? Was it A, Nintendo, B, Sony, C, Namco, or D, Temco? Welcome back to That Quiz Show. I am your host, Lauren. The answer we are looking for today's multiple choice question is A. The answer is Nintendo. They have been in the game industry for over 130 years. That's nuts. If you have the correct answer, give yourself a fake internet point. In this morning's video, I gave you 5 general knowledge questions followed by 5 famous quotes from popular video game franchises. If you haven't seen the first half of today's episode, then you should watch those questions first, or you'll spoil the answers. Let's reveal the answers from this morning's gaming episode and see how much quiz XP you've earned. Question 1. How many different tetraminos are there in Tetris? If you work out all the combinations of shapes you can make with 4 blocks, you'll get a straight line, a square, 2 L-shaped pieces, 2 S-shaped pieces, and the T-piece, which will give us 7 tetraminos in Tetris. Question 2. Which classic maze-based video game features 4 enemies named Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde? This arcade classic was released by Namco in 1980 and was originally titled Puck-Man in Japan, but was renamed for the international release as Pac-Man. The name change was driven less by a need for brand awareness, but rather because Puck-Man could be easily defaced to say something else. So the answer is Pac-Man. Also, I said that there were extra nerd points if you could match the colors with the names, so Blinky is red, Pinky is, pink, Inky is blue, and Clyde is orange. Question 3. With over 200 million copies sold, this multi-platform video game is the best-selling game of all time. This cubic video game was built by an indie studio called Mojang and was acquired by Microsoft for $2.5 billion in 2014. Minecraft is the best-selling video game franchise of all time, with over 200 million copies sold across all platforms. Question 4. Mario and Luigi have a pair of arch rivals, Wario and blank. Who is Wario's sinister sidekick? The answer we're looking for is Waluigi. Obviously a character foil for Mario's brother Luigi, this character was premiered in Mario Tennis for the N64 so that Wario could have a partner for doubles tennis. And question 5. What are the 4 geometric shapes on the PlayStation controller? That would be green triangle, red circle, blue cross, and pink square. For the next 5 questions, I gave you some classic video game quotations and you needed to identify which franchise they were from. Let's see how well you know your video game quotations. Question 6. You have died of dysentery. This game featured hunting, wagons, oxen, and drowning in a river. Of course, the answer we're looking for is the classic Oregon Trail. This game was originally a text adventure from 1971, but children of the 80s and 90s will remember playing it as the graphical re-release from 1985 in the computer labs at their elementary school. Question 7. The cake is a lie. This is a quote from the mind-bending first-person puzzle game, Portal. After the success of this game, the phrase has been adopted outside of the context of the video game to mean you are chasing after an empty, unattainable goal. Cake and grief counseling will be available at the conclusion of this quiz. Number 8. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Legendary Nintendo game designer Shigeru Miyamoto created this game as a tribute to his boyhood experiences around Kyoto, where he explored nearby fields, woods, and caves. This quote is from the moment when Link gets his first sword in the original Legend of Zelda for the NES. Question 9. You must construct additional pylons. This quote will be familiar to any Protoss players from the quintessential real-time strategy game, StarCraft 2. And our final question of the episode, question 10. Would you kindly is a phrase that functioned as a trigger for the post-hypnotic suggestions programmed into the mind of the protagonist in BioShock. I thought about adding a spoiler tag to this question, but the game's been out for over a decade. That brings us to the end of our answers for our video game quiz. Let me know your score in the comments. How many fake internet points did you earn? If you've enjoyed this episode, then help us with the YouTube grind to farm some likes, shares, and subscribers. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon with a fresh set of questions on That Quiz Show.